Formed in the placenta, our identity begins. Born on different soils, yet we unite on one. We're faced with who and what to become. I mean, it should not be too hard to be yourself, but when you do not know yourself, who does? Each day we make a choice to act a certain way. Each day we stray further from our mother tongues, motherlands. We conform to the ways of life we should be living. Our motherland, once viewed as beautiful, is now a scene filled with corruption, racism, and moral decay. Little boys and girls play together in the streets, holding hands and running free. Teenagers lost in their phones, social media holding us captive, fugitives of open communication. Society dissects your weight, color, gender, and followers on social media. We are becoming so known and judged by those attributes that we forget we aren't determined by a follower count. We are so concerned about what people think of us that we neglect our true selves and abandon our roots. We are comprised of memories, emotions, scars, family, mistakes, failure. We are not made by what we had, have, or will have. Culture teaches us to embrace its authenticity, yet we cover that up to try and be the same person as everyone else. Society has a way of making us feel like we are always the problem, as if everything that we do is not good enough. Generations have created various images for themselves. Adam and Eve were born from each other, lived in harmony until Eve lost herself in wanting to become something she was not. In school, they teach us maths and science, but how about coping with change? How about we learn to accept and embrace our damage and use it as a map to avoid retracing the mistaken footsteps of the past? We carry yesterday, today, and tomorrow on our backs, blindsided by what they could be. Who are we? We scream to the wind, looking for an answer. Our answers so lost in the past and in what is not real that the wind simply carries them away. Society has created certain standards for us, which limits and discourages us from becoming what we feel may be the best versions of ourselves.
As each second passes, South Africa turns over a new face.
That face becomes stronger.
And that face becomes bolder.
That face becomes multicolored.
That face becomes united.
It's broken pieces coming together once again. Today in South Africa, vandaag in Suid-Afrika.
Namhlanje eMzantsi Afrika.
We stand in unity, ons staan in eenheid.
Sime ngomanyano.
We stand in peace with one another, ons staan in vrede met mekaar.
Sime ngoxolo ngomnye nomnye.
We all belong here, ons almal hoort hier.
Sonke singabalapha.
In South Africa, our land. In South Africa, ons land.
eMzantsi Afrika, umhlaba wethu.